So, for the next match, Mr. Perfect is entering the arena for his match, and just as Monsoon is saying that Hennig looks perfect, he nearly trips up on the way to the ring. Couldn't be better timed. Could not be better timed. He's coming down to the ring for his match with the Blue Blazer, a match that only goes for 5.5 minutes and ends when Perfect hits a clothesline and a perfect plex for the victory.
I'm going to go out on a bit of a limb on this one, I think. I wasn't sure. I was debating at the start of the show whether or not I was going to do it. But do you know what? This was my match of the night. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I thought it was actually really good. Just to confirm, because I'm not going to lie, I don't know 100%. I know about 99%. Blue Blazer is Owen Hart, right?
Yes.
That's right. Yes. That's what I figured. This was good. I've got some good chain wrestling to start. Mr. Perfect, similar to Shawn Michaels early on in the night, was bumping all over the place to try and make the Blue Blazer look as good as possible. There was a really cool sort of power slam there. At one point, Blazer went up for a splash off the top, and Perfect got his knees up, which looked bloody brutal. There was a cool sort of crucifix sort of attempt at a pinfall at the end, which was also really great. I loved the Perfect Plex as a move, so that was awesome for the pin. And I just really enjoyed this. I just thought this was some actually really good wrestling by both. And yeah, for me, match of the night.
I don't think it's particularly controversial. I mean, it's not very long. It's not very controversial, sorry, that you've picked it as match of the night, except for the fact that it's not very long. It's a classic case of, this is why I said a minute ago, why are they giving the Bushwhackers and the Rougeaus 9 minutes? Because if they just switch the times of these matches around, this would have been lovely. This would have been a lovely match in the middle of the show. Not really very WWE-like, certainly at the time, but still would have been lovely. And really, it's weird because it feels like it should be a match, given the length as well, it should be a match where Mr. Perfect is showcased as being put over. But actually, he has none of the match at all other than the last few moments, which I find a bit weird. I just don't see what the point of the match is, other than it to be good, which it is good. Just don't see what they're trying to accomplish with it. It just feels like it should have been the other way around. If anything, a more interesting way would have been to have Mr. Perfect completely dominate and then Blue Blazer win it, luckily, or something. But for what you get, it's pretty decent. But yeah, I just don't really understand what they're trying to accomplish with it.
I'm not surprised, Matt, that this is your match of the night, because this is probably the most technically proficient wrestling match of the night. Again, very little notes about this. There is, again, some lovely banter in this about Larry the Axe Hennig's neck, which I quite enjoyed. I can't remember what it is, but listeners, keep an ear out for it because it is quite good. Yeah, there's a bit where Jess Ventura shouts out Terry, Terrell, Jade, and Jeremiah, friends from Minnesota with no context behind that at all. I loved it. Old Owen, Blue Blazer, hits a beautiful belly-to-belly suplex in this match. And as you said, Matt, the Perfect Plex is a work of art. It's a wonderful suplex, and he delivers it perfectly every time. Pun very much intended. And this was one of the matches that I've forgotten happened on this show, and I was very happy when I was like, oh yes, this is on there, because this is you knew this is going to be a good match for the amount of time it's going to get, which admittedly wasn't long enough in my opinion. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed this match as well.
Yeah, it was one of the matches I did remember being on the show. One of the reasons why I thought going in that the show was going to be pretty decent. Saying that, I was a little bit disappointed with it. I remember it being better. I thought it was a little sloppy in one or two places. And again, they just didn't get any time. And it was all one-sided. It was the Blue Blazer all the way through, and then Mr. Perfect won at the end. Technically good, but just didn't really do anything. I just was a bit like, why? What was the point in that?